Good morning. Hey, I'm outside on my wonderful deck that has just been my lifeline during this pandemic. I just have a beautiful botanical-like garden here. I've been even making edible flower cookies, which is kind of fun. Breathing is a funny thing, right? It's always a good time to breathe. I don't really even have a topic this morning other than building on what we've already talked about, reinforcing what we've already talked about. One thing you can trust is the oxygenated lungs and brain. So that's what we want to do. We want to keep trusting that. And that is what we can talk about this morning. And we can talk about breathing on top of breaths. There are two reasons that we do this. Bring in oxygen. More oxygen. Let a little bit out. More oxygen. More oxygen. As we know, the oxygen comes into the back, right? That big back breath. That's why they put COVID-19 folks on their tummy for that prone position. Prone to breathe more. That's good. And to cough it out, that carbon dioxide has its own cycle too. And so so that's quite a bit of breathing I've just done. So wow, now what? Okay, I'm a little dizzy. I'm not doing enough with it. It's fuel. Oxygen is fuel. We need to do things with it. We need to pick up and take a look around and see what we've got going in our environment and what needs to be done. We also need to kick out. So I'm down on the lower end. I'm down on the exhale. I can stock load or offload exhalations. Because carbon dioxide also latches on to the hemoglobin, like in the red blood cells, like oxygen onloads, carbon dioxide onloads and needs to offload. So we need to breathe in, consciously aware that that's our fuel, and breathing out. Ha ha ha, laughing. Laughter's good. Laughter's good. What do you call a cow that plays a guitar? A musician. And a lot of good jokes, making them up. In fact, as a game, I'm coming out with, I prompt you with a joke. What is a snowman? What is a? I don't know. I have to get my game out. But there's a lot of laughter to be had in the world, and that is a good sign of a person who can oxygenate just by blowing out the carbon dioxide. When we have pain and feelings, we kick out a lot of carbon dioxide because the oxygen has been used. But so we're good at that. We're good at stressing and holding in and building up the carbon dioxide. Toxic. We need to get it out. And so olfactory, look behind me here. It's my favorite one of the biggest gardenias I think I've ever seen, okay? And one way to keep this thing blooming is to take off the buds. So here we go. There it is. That is a deep, deep breath, breathing that gardenia. Show you again. It was one of my favorite smells early on. It's just got such a special smell about it. It's almost sickening sweet as you get older. But as a child, it's a beautiful thing to have as a parent in a garden, or this special. It's very sweet, syrupy sweet, very nice. And if you've ever been to Hawaii, part of the experience there is walking past all these beautiful blooming gardenia trees and just being wafted over by this smell. The Linden tree in June of each year wafts through the neighborhood. I really look forward to that. After which you can pick the leftovers and make echinacea or linden tea. Linden tea. I have echinacea plants there. They don't have a smell, but to take their leaves and their makes echinacea tea, which is very, very good for health and colds, and probably would not hurt us if we took it for the COVID-19. So there are natural remedies out there. Nature is part of who we are, part of how we have evolved, and it's not to be underestimated. I have a beautiful garden back here, and I can come out and feel open and free. Now, just reflecting on this, being here, especially when the traffic is low, I'm obviously by a little traffic, I can relax and breathe, restore, replenish, restock. So we're going to stock load breathing. We talked about stock load breath. La 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 la. La da da la la la. La 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 la. That's stock load. La 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 la. No breath. La 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 la. 3 phrases in a row because I stock loaded. And I'm okay. La 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 3 stock load. La la la, no breath. La la la. So stock loading leads to the ability to sustain and press oxygen into the lungs while you're creating resonance when you're singing. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Oh, I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. That's a very interesting effect too. I stock loaded some breath to do the long phrase. Then I didn't breathe as I sang those last phrases. I kind of stopped the voice as though I was going to breathe, but I did not take in air. And that also makes a very special sound. So singing is a great way to message. It's a great way to take in a breath and explore. You can see I've changed from singing that. I explore, and I mean it. I explore the meaning of these great hymns, these great songs, and I mean it. And that meaning, it's like I'm sitting in my garden and enjoying these flowers. Or I could sing it. I am sitting in my garden I love, and enjoying the flowers. It is good, it is cold, and it makes me feel good. Enjoying these flowers. That is a cognitive matrix of growth. That's a garden in my own cognitive mind. So I encourage you, go out there and smell those flowers. That olfactory is a deep breath. Makes me wonder why I loved this smell so much as a child, but I did. It doesn't hold the bang it does now, but it's still a really special plant, especially for young people. I wish you well, and that, my friends, is a breathing lesson. Go for it. Enjoy. Be blessed. Have a great day.